again. We're going into the holidays. We're going to act a fool today. Hey, we're going to celebrate our veterans. Of course, I'm an Air Force guy. Everybody, welcome to the show. This is Tony G, Duval's finest. And to my left is Mr. Johnny Jaguar. What's up?
What's up, man? Johnny Jaguar here. Great show. Got two military guys on here. We got the Grinch. And we got Santa Claus up top. What's up, Big Head? Santa Head.
What's up, JFL Live, my brothers? How y'all doing, man? It's a great day, baby. It's a great day in Duval right now. Great day in Duval. I'd like to introduce one of our guests. Who is that we got in here in this building today? Who is that?
Oh, you know it's Big John.
Yeah.
I'm disrespecting the real Big John. Army in the building. Come on now, Air Force ain't nothing. We know the real
Army versus Air Force.
Oh, biggest Giants fan in South Korea representing on JFL Live is gonna be lit. Let's do it, baby.
Oh man, what's up, man? So let's get this thing started with Tony's Corner. Tony, what's going on?
This is Tony. Let's start this off the right way. Let's celebrate this big historic turnout of everybody going and voting for president. As I've always said, I didn't care who you vote for, just make sure you went out and vote. And it looks like everybody voted. We had an extremely large turnout. That means everybody finally got out of their seats after all these years and understand that voting is very important. And the other thing that goes along with that, if your friend didn't vote for who you believe is the right president, that doesn't mean you still can't be friends. So everybody stop the foolishness. Let's get together. Let's calm down. And let's get this America back together where we're all friends and we're all going for the same goals. Now, the second thing for Tony's Talk, all of you individuals that are watching this show in Jacksonville, me and the boys got together and decided that we want to do something great. It's 2020. There's a lot of stuff that happened in 2020. So what we're going to do is we're going to give away 20 full Thanksgiving dinners. 20. Oh. We're going to do it, baby. What you say about that, John? 20. We're going to give away 20 turkeys, 20 accessories to go with your dinners, all from JFL Live. And this is how we're going to do it. Those that are not able to do what they would normally do on Thanksgiving, those are deserving. If you know somebody that has a family that's deserving, shoot us an email. We're going to announce who the winners are Saturday. Shoot us an email. Tell us who's in need. We're giving away 20 meals. That's what JFL do. We give back. So now that we've said that, let's talk some other stuff. What's up, John?
Well, we need to talk some football.
Woo!
And we need to talk what's going on in this college right quick. And the big games coming up, you already know, is Georgia, Florida. Georgia,
is that Tennessee, Arkansas?
Oh no, you gotta give it what it's due. It's because look, man. When I was playing for Jacksonville, bro, we ain't even play in the city at that day. They cleared the whole day out for Florida, Georgia, and they took over the city. So I was like, man, why did Tennessee why we didn't go against Vanderbilt or Kentucky and play in the State Titans Dome or something? I don't know. But that's where we at, man. So I don't know. What is it? What is the Georgia, Florida, man? Because look, I only see it. Have any of y'all been in it, understand it? I know my boy Lex has. And he got a history behind it, but I can't get him on to talk to.
Well, we don't care about Lex, because when you're a Florida State fan, we don't even care about Florida, Georgia. But because we're on the show, we'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit. Florida, Georgia used to be, or still is, one of the biggest showcase parties in the United States. Everybody come all around the United States to see Florida, Georgia, to come into Jacksonville, celebrate the largest tailgate anywhere, anyhow, anytime. It happens always in Jacksonville. Now, we all know that Georgia's going to win today. I know.
Yes,
I'm going to get some feedback. I'm a hater. So when all y'all send me all y'all texts and emails, you can start it by saying, yes, I'm a Florida hater. Because I'm a Seminole, baby.
John, you a Georgia fan?
Oh, absolutely, Big John.
What does this mean? What does this mean to you, this game? What is this game for you?
Oh, speaking of somebody that's even like, so I've catered the event. I used to, back when I was in high school, I used to cater the event back at the stadium, back to all the safe workers and everyone protecting the patrons and the fans of the game. And even like, I used to watch the Florida players run onto the field, and I would used to boo them as they would run onto the field. I remember they would give me as they would run onto the field, and they were running onto the cheers and the boos and of the 60,000 Jacksonvillians screaming their head off. But they knew that there was one dude that was working the catering that was screaming their head off that said, "Y'all ain't gonna win," and it was me. So this above and beyond how it should be. This game represents Jacksonville. How it's the split. We're the River City. The river divides us. You got the south of the river to Gainesville, the north of the Florida is Athens. It's the north side versus the south side, if you want to call it that. But honestly, it's a hell of a game, and I'm gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna stay up for it. It's Georgia till I die. Dogs gonna eat them Gators.
Whoa! What you got to say about
Hey,
that?
and then
About to ball out on them today. So no, Gators are gonna win for sure. They got a way better team. Looks like didn't the Georgia have COVID? Did one guy get hit on a motorcycle? So y'all dropping like flies. I heard Tim Tebow's in the building too. So you're definitely gonna lose when Tebow's here. Let's keep it real.
They're gonna need Tebow to help them. Kyle Trask ain't legit. Y'all got Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts. That's all y'all got. That defense gonna swallow y'all up. It tastes like chicken tonight.
And just so we can give some props out there, Marcus Stroud, I know you watching. I'm going with Georgia this week, this day. I'm a Florida hater. I admit it. Marcus gonna call John. Marcus gonna call every Florida player, and he gonna talk noise. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come through. But Marcus, I'm with you. If you watching this,
the thing I used to like seeing with them was because you look who you got. You got Fred Taylor. You got Mike Peterson. You got Bobby McCray. You had 6 Gators. Then Stroud, it was Stroud and Tony Gilbert, I think, was the only 2 at the time. And you just see them, they just collide. They talking crap on the plane. I'm sure they made bets, because I know I done made me some Florida Tennessee bet. Lost to Freddie T a couple of times. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's just how they be, it's a rival. It's big. Just by watching them. Yeah.
So what was it like for you preparing knowing you had to be away? Like, did you want to be here in Jacksonville and party that the night before? Or
no, I don't party. No. Can't party, no. Can't party before the game. You can party on Tuesday when y'all or something. Don't party on Friday. Get wasted on Saturday. You killing your body.
Yeah, you're right.
Killing your body.
So, John, let me ask you this. When you have a game like this, and you have the Florida, Georgia guys in the locker room, are they talking mad smack in practice?
Come on, man. They represent their school, man. I had the best time with Fred with the Florida when I won that last year. That was great. I was awesome with that one. I hold that over his head. So, with Marcus, I got when we went down there and smashed them at the what they call it, the hedges. Sorry about that, John. Yeah.
You're gonna go to the hedges now. I'm gonna come respect y'all and say, Neyland Stadium's the place to be. I remember you used to run down there between the Power T with that marching man. You ain't gonna come on here and disrespect it between the hedges now.
Sorry. Calm down. Woosah. Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be crazy. They got another big team. Who else played big today? It's 5-0 and 6-0 team. Notre Dame and Clemson.
Tennessee and Arkansas.
Tennessee and Arkansas played today.
I was gonna get to it. I'm getting ready to go play at Arkansas, right? So we get on the plane. We get off the plane. We get on the bus, and y'all, I'm not kidding y'all. I felt like we was doing this. Going to we in the backwoods. I don't know. I ain't never been to Arkansas like that. And so when I got off the bus, I fell over. Dude, I got dizzy and sick riding the bus through Arkansas going to the stadium. True story. Crazy. I don't understand it. I don't know if they threw something in the air. They did something. I don't know. Dude, I got sick.
Did you play good that game?
Did you win?
Yes, that was in 90. That was 99, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't play in that was one of those times. So that is one of the crazy stories for the Ark. But the best one of all is Billy Rattler. When the quarterback dropped the ball and Billy Rattler, our defensive tackle, wrapped it up, that's when we won the championship that year. 98.
You mean tied. Get it right.
Who?
You tied with Michigan, didn't you, that year?
No, 98. 98.
Okay.
98. I was a prop 48 that year. I was a prop 48.
Those-
I couldn't do number watching. Couldn't do number watching.
So what's it like for these guys? Like, what's the difference between like Florida, Georgia, and a big rivalry with Tennessee compared to the NFL, like Jags and Steelers, or Jags and Titans? What's the big difference?
Kentucky, what's that like?
I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing compared to Tennessee, Florida, Georgia. Is what I'm trying to tell you because it's huge. I'm looking at it every year here. So when we play Tennessee, of course Tennessee is Tennessee, but to have all them orange and red and it's like 100,000 of each one. That's a lot. In Tennessee, you got a lot of Tennessee. You see all the orange, you see some blue spots everywhere. In Vanderbilt, you see black spots and gold spots, but Tennessee always overpowered it. I believe if we was in an equal, like a dome, like the Titans, and had something like y'all do in Florida, Georgia, yeah, that'd been something sweet right there. I would like that.
Yeah, that Florida, Georgia, it's something special. It's something special to players who don't even play for either one of the teams because that thing is so national. And like you said, it's even kill. So you got 100,000 Florida fans, 100,000 Georgia fans, and I mean it's straight down the middle.
That's the game. Hey, that's the game they want to get off on. You just watch all the players, watch the D-line, O-line, special team. Everybody's trying to get that film. Oh man, go watch that Georgia-Florida game.
Yeah.
That's what they gonna tell you. That's the one them coaches go watch anyway, that Georgia-Florida game.
You know, a lot of times players that's coming out of high school change their mind about where they want to go by watching the Florida-Georgia game. Man, I mean, that thing's exciting.
I mean, that's how it is, man. I mean, I got influenced by, watching people on TV. Hell, I liked the Notre Dame back in the day.
Did you really?
I mean, yeah, I played them. Y'all remember the game? I played them on the little game. I had them. I liked the Notre Dame.
Man, Big John done watched Rudy one too many times. He was about to commit.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, and that was that. You know what I mean? That was just being young, man. That's how you when you young.
That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's a big shame because I can feel like both Georgia and Florida use this game as a big recruiting tool, and with the stadium in the city of Jacksonville saying that they can only have 10%, 20% of their max capacity at the stadium, like us Jacksonvillians know that it's a big deal. Like they take away the pools, they put in extra seating for this game. They bump the seating from 67,000 up to 75 plus. Like it's a major deal for them to bring recruits in. But now they're like talking about like they're gonna have 13,000 in the stands. Man, what is this? A Jacksonville Sharks game? Like they taking them to see the Iceman? Like what is
13,000 recruits?
No,
13,000 fans.
Stadium. They're packing 13,000 into an NFL stadium. Like it's gonna look like a normal ass Jags game during this sorry season. It's just like nobody.
Oh, darn, that's right. I'm sorry, my mind I forgot COVID. Yeah, COVID. Darn.
Yeah, they didn't let nobody in.
Shoot, I forgot. Darn, it just slipped my mind.
The thing that hurts Jacksonville, that's the number one moneymaker for the week. You come in Monday and party Monday through Sunday, and now they can't do that this year. So I mean, it's going to hurt Jacksonville a lot, money-wise. Small businesses.
Yeah.
So, John, unfortunately, we're going to have to get off the college topic, and we're going to have to talk about something that I'm kind of upset about, and I think that you're going to get on this bandwagon too.
What?
So they announced that Minshew thumb been broke or hurt, for the last couple of weeks, and he didn't tell nobody.
Okay.
Now, if your quarterback been hurt and you've been losing, how would you react when you found out?
Like right now, I mean, I wouldn't react. You'll be amazed how many people try to hide their injury.
Really?
You'll be amazed how many people try to not go in and get treatment and they all right because they don't want to miss the game, man.
Well, he's gonna get. Let's be real. This is his last year being a starter.
I'm just saying, he you know, ain't no different than buying leverage, hopping down the field in Marshall. He didn't want to come out the game. Mentality, man, of a player. You got to remember that.
You played through anything?
Huh?
You played through anything?
Yes. Oh yeah.
What was the biggest thing you played through?
I played the high ankle sprain. I played the MCL. Hand was broke. Had to wrap the whole thing up.
The JPP.
Yeah, so you got to wrap the whole thing, and you got to have a soft cap. Now you ain't got nothing to grab. So now you got to hook and hope you get saying you boy. I'm telling you, it's hard, but he should have said something. Don't get me wrong. He should have said something.
Because he's a quarterback. If you can't throw, and you realize that your throwing is impacting the outcome of the game, you got to say something.
That's true.
But you got to say something, right or wrong.
Yes. If it's to the point that, for me, if I went out there like I did it before, I can't do it. It was actually the game. It was one of the games, man. I couldn't do it. So I like, man, you gotta go. I'm not gonna sit there and let them run up the hole and me trying to do my little thing and I'm one leg. So I understand it, but I still got out there. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. I feel what he did, but he still needed to say something after he figured out, look, I ain't getting it done.
But it's different though. You didn't have to worry about your job like he does. You know?
Not even that, but
hey man, look, you might as well get healthy. Because if you do get fired, you can go to the next team ready to go. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Thank you. So get healthy, and they're gonna have to make that decision. You gonna go somewhere else and play because you know you can play.
Well, so you don't think it was selfish?
And to a point, yeah. When he knew he should have got himself looked at and out of there. Yes.
And it's funny because, you know, over the last couple of games, a couple of people, Mark Burdell made a comment and said, man, you don't seem like you're 100%. And everybody just kind of blew it off, and and then all of a sudden, your fingers all messed up.
Now you see why Mark Burnell need to be the head coach? You see why? If he was a head coach, he would have set Michigan down and what's wrong?
Yes.
You can't hide from me. What's wrong? I've been there. What's wrong? He knew it from the stands. Come on, man. This is what you said weeks ago about players and coaches, man. It just makes a big difference, bro.
It does.
It makes a big difference. I love Jack Del Rio until he changed.
Right.
Oh, I thought we finna do this. Linebacker coach, he used to bring the noise. I'm like, then he just saw him change. He just changed.
But John, is that reason they have positional coaches? Shouldn't the positional coach, the QB coach, or when you hurt D-line, know that, hey, Big John's not acting right? I mean, shouldn't that guy know?
That quarterback coach should have known 4 weeks ago something was wrong.
Somebody should have known about Mitch. That's the whole point.
So that goes back to the top. We're not from the GM to the coach. I mean, when you can't tell players are hurt, there's a big disconnect here. That's why we're on the record we are.
That really showed a weakness in the Jaguars as a staff to not know that your quarterback been playing hurt.
What you about to say, John?
No, so I was just about to propose a question to you, Big John. I was saying, is Big John about to say that is Ben Wackadoo? Because clearly he didn't do nothing in New York. He ain't doing nothing in Jacksonville because he, like, asked y'all's point, he didn't notice that Gardner Minshew was hurt. What is he doing? He's been watching him play for 5 weeks. And he ain't never noticed that. I mean, I'm sure Doug Marrone is noticing, like, he's calling out offensive linemen. He was an offensive lineman coach. He's saying, hey, yo, Andrew Norwell's playing like ass. Andrew Can's playing like ass. We need to fix this. He's on his offensive lineman coach's ass. But why isn't Ben McAdoo saying, what is going on here? Why is my quarterback, who was throwing spirals his rookie season, now throwing helicopters? It looks like we got Blake Bortles .2 out here. Like, what are we expecting DJ Chark and all them to catch out here? He's not throwing. He's used to throwing.
Hey, my line coach Ray Hamilton that played with the New England.
Yeah,
he knew you ain't playing today, and he used the F word and the MF word and all them words.
Hey,
Because he know how a D lineman play. He knows
Yeah.
what and he see it. You're not playing today. You're not playing like the John Henderson, Marcus Stroud, Paul Spicer, Reggie Hayward that we've seen. And he'll tell you, and that's what we needed that. And man, you're right, y'all. I mean, I saw them balls wobbling too. I was wondering why they weren't coming. So now you know. But I got a prediction. We're gonna win tomorrow.
woo, woo.
What I got? I'm going to bet.
A lot of money on that. You ain't winning tomorrow. Come on now.
I'm with you, John.
Hold on.
I'm with you.
Come on. Now both of them 1-6, y'all. Both of them
I'm with you, John.
I'll bet you one of your.
We're taking
We're not taking.
Hold on. Wait a minute. What'd you say, John?
I said I bet you one of your gamers that I know you got in your garage that they ain't gonna win tomorrow.
Okay. Not my helmet right now. I'm not the helmet.
I'm stuck in one of your jerseys now.
Okay, let me see. I got enough jerseys to say
Oh, come on here.
Don't worry about it, John. We're gonna win.
If we win, but I want it now. Lord knows I've been badgering John about getting up with you about one of them gamers.
Okay.
All right.
That's you. So you saying they're not gonna win?
I'm saying they ain't gonna win.
Okay. So if you lose, I need 100 push-ups.
100 push-ups. You got it, Big John.
And
no. 100 push-ups and $50 towards the turkey drive.
Okay, turkey drive.
It's on.
That's a
100 push-ups and I'll support the turkey drive. It's on like Donkey Kong. Let's do it.
Shake it.
Let's shake it.
Yeah. You and John get ready to make a bet. Hey, listen.
Hey man.
I'm gonna root for on this dude.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to hype the quarterback up. I just want him to go out there and play.
Listen.
Go get him, baby.
That's coming in at 6'6". We got a strong quarterback coming in.
Hey, look, all I'm gonna say, let's see. Let's don't hype him up right now. Let's just let him play his football. He got a lot on his mind. He got a lot on his mind right now.
He's gonna be okay.
Hey, I probably need to go down there and slap the crap out of him just to wake. Hey, don't worry about nothing nobody's saying. Your playbook and you. Your playbook and you. That's all you need.
John, we got to show him how to find that new quarterback phone number. We got to call them. Look here, man.
Hey, so John, rookie coming in like this situation, what would you do being on the defensive side, captain? What would you say to this guy, or would you say anything to him?
Oh yeah, we go.
Blitz.
Basically, I would tell him. I would say, man, look, if we was the defense we were, all we used to tell Dave or anything, man, you just put 14 up. You give us 14, and we'll handle the rest.
That's it.
That's about it. Make it simple. It's football. Hey, you got me. I got you. Get us 3 and, get us a touchdown. We give you 3 and I'm giving you the ball right back, baby. You get the ball right back. And I go get the ball and I hand it to him. I told you get the ball back. You get the ball back. And I
don't lie. Davian Clowney is South Carolina. Don't lie. Give me 2 scores. We're going to do this now.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I do. But hey, we got to get off the Jaguars. We got to do special thing, man. We got to honor you guys. We got to say we thank you guys. All you've done and doing. Tony, you was in
Air Force.
Air Force. John is in military. See what I mean? I just want to say from my heart, thank you guys and all those that are watching. Thank you for your service. Now, I have a question for you guys. My first question for you guys. What made you want to join? Tony.
I'm gonna let Tony answer that first.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go? I'm gonna take the lead now. Who's taking the lead? What do you mean?
You need an interview now.
What made you want to join, John? I mean, I know what made me want to play football. What made you want to join that special elite guys, man?
All right, so both my parents were in the Navy. My dad retired as a chief petty officer in the Navy. My mom was in the Navy for 8 years. And honestly, one big thing led into my decision. I was talking to my dad one day because I graduated high school. My summer vacation after my senior year was ending. And I was like, hey, I want to do something with my life. And he was like, yeah, you can go to college or you can do something badass like join the Army or you can join the Navy. He was like, mainly he was just join the military. And I was like, I have this really weird fear of being stuck on a plane or stuck on a boat and drowning. And he was like, I guess you should go join the Army then. And 4 years later, here I am. I'm in South Korea. So I mean, it's been a wild roller coaster of a ride. I've been sent to a school to jump out of planes, all that. And I've been done 1,000 log curls. I've done 1,000 leg squats. I've rucked a couple hundred miles, but all of it's led to a great opportunity, and I'm very thankful for every opportunity that the Army's afforded me. And anybody that's watching this that is maybe thinking about joining, I full-heartedly implore you to go join and go talk to a recruiter, find out what your options are. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be joining the elite fighting force of the world. You're not just of the United States. I mean, you could join the Army and be the elite fighting force of the United States, but if you join the United States military, you're going to be joining the elite fighting force of the world. So absolutely, you can go join the Air Force and hang out in your resort, or you can go join the Army and then come see what some real life's about and have some fun now. All right, Tony G, tell them about.
Tony, what's up, Tony?
John, so I kind of read through the lines there. Were you challenging Henderson on a push-up contest, or who can bench the most for that jersey?
I wasn't nothing about no benching. I don't contest with nobody that's a second team All-Pro of all time. I mean, with that now, I'm in no condition to contest a Pro Bowl defensive lineman. I mean, I might come on flexing a little bit, but 225 benching competition with Big John. It might get me some viewers, but I ain't gonna talk about that now. Unless Tony.
Now, everybody watching, go on YouTube, type in John Henderson Pro Bowl. You'll see him benching on there. How much did you do, John?
I can't even remember, man.
He lost count.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I'm under the thing talking. How many is that? Lose. I ain't even thinking about breathing or nothing. I'm just, woo.
How many have I beat you by? Oh, 25? Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Tony, what's up, man? What made you join?
So I'll tell you, I grew up here in Jacksonville, spent my life in Washington Heights and in Grand Park. And, basically, we grew up in the hood. You grew up in the hood. And during my time, guys were either, you either were playing sports or you were going to the military. You had to figure out something in your life. And, I had a teacher, Miss Robinson, that was my English teacher at Paxson. And she used to joke with me about joining the military. And then, I took the ASVAB, man, did great on the ASVAB. I was fortunate enough, I made a high enough score that I could go in the Air Force. And really, she was that push for me to go in the Air Force. And, watching, I grew up, Edgar Bennett, went to Florida State, then he went to Green Bay. And, watching the guys in the neighborhood just kind of try to do better for themselves. And I really wanted to be one of those guys, come out of the hood and just go somewhere special. And the Air Force was special for me in every sense of the word, because even, John knows, when you join the military, one thing you find out very quickly, the world is big, but the world is really small. Because when I got to England, my duty station my commander that I met, Alonzo Russ, who was a big impact in my life, went to school with my mom and dad in Jacksonville. And I was all the way in England. And he gave me hell too.
Just like Tony G was talking about. Like when I got here now, there was actually 2 dudes in my shop, in a shop of like 30 dudes. There was one dude that was from the beaches area. He went to Ponte Vedra High School. And then there was another guy, he actually went to Clay High School. And so I was like, oh shit, I went to Ridgeview. And so I was like, oh damn, like we actually were in like from the same county. Like we had a rivalry together and like we never knew about each other. But now that we're like serving together, it's like oh damn, like crazy small world, but big world at the same time. Like we're here in Korea and there are 3 dudes that were from, small, big Jacksonville. And it was just like a damn, like this is a crazy, big, small world. So, like, I totally understand what you're talking about, Tony G.
It's and the thing about being in the military is really special. And for the veterans, for the guys that's active, one thing we all agree on, it's like you said about football, John, there is no room for prejudice. All of us are family. Absolutely. We go down together. It's funny because the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, when we see each other and we're out and about on base, we'll fight each other. We'll have our little this and that. But let me tell you, when we out together, we are all one. And I don't care what military branch you're from, we go down together.
Yes.
And it's a special thing. It's a special feeling. It's kind of that feeling, John, when, all military branches, one thing we all have in common is, like if we meet somebody that's a ranger, which is a real special thing in our hearts. If you're a ranger, if somebody show you their ranger tattoo, man, you automatically get up and go buy them a drink because you know what they went through to get there.
Yes.
It doesn't even matter what military branch you're in. When you see a guy that's a ranger, you just that's the way it is. And you meet a guy that's a SEAL that's been out there and did that thing, paratroopers, all these guys that have gone that extra to protect our country. It's a special thing. And never do you ever talk about race. In our world, we are together because we know when the fighting's going on, nobody cares if you're a Black American, a white American, Chinese American. Nobody cares because we're all Americans.
We're American.
Together. And it's a special thing. And veterans, man, we always try to look out for each other. Every sense of the word, we always try to look out for each other. You meet somebody in the street that's a veteran, you do your best to help them no matter what. And now you're seeing a lot of businesses that are coming out that are veteran owned, veteran contained. You're starting to see a lot more of that. And it's just a special thing, man. I mean, you got to remember how many people we have in the military and then they get out. The disappointing thing is we got to get our country to start looking out for these veterans once they get out. That's the only disappointing thing. We have to start supporting our veterans when they get out because let me tell you, you have businesses that say we support the military. They only support you when you're in. You show them your ID card and you say you're a veteran, they say, oh, we don't do nothing for veterans.
We'll recognize your VA card, but we'll recognize your CAC, we'll recognize your DOD ID that shows you're a retiree. But you show that VA card and they're like, who are you? What did you do? And it's like hold on now. I didn't give up 10 years of my life. I didn't give up a decade of my life for you to just look at me like I'm some outcast citizen where it's like me and my buddy that's a retiree, I just happen to have a VA card. Like, I'm sorry I don't have something that says, oh yeah, this guy served 10 years. Like, cause Joe Blow serving at Chick-fil-A, that's like, I want my veterans discounts. Like, oh yeah, I got my retiree card. My VA card does not carry the same weight that retiree card does. So I'm sure you understand that, Tony G, where it's like the VA card will not carry the same weight that a CAC card will, that a dependent card will, or even a retiree card will. They don't see that. They just see that, oh, you're some random dude flashing a random card. You might as well have a AAA card in front of my face, and it don't matter. That's just mad disrespectful. So I mean, there's a definite people just need to recognize that regardless of what it is, there's a level of respect that any military member has where it's like, if I'm willing to show you any ID that says I served, there should be a level of respect returned saying, okay, thank you for your service. Here it is. I appreciate you.
That's right.
Thank the hell out of you.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't understand because I understand, but I don't see how a person don't understand. First of all, I'm over here. I'm dodging bullets. I'm doing all this. You sitting on your ass, and I'm protecting you. Do you understand that? That's all I need you to understand. Thank me. I need you to thank me because that's what I did for my country, and you stay in this country. That's what I feel. I feel that way. I mean, that's how I see y'all. And I think that way in football. They don't understand when I collide, something happening in here. I feel that they need to do something for all military, all service, and sports. First of all, you see who's going through the more shit. Military, sports people. And football is in the high rank because of the hitting. You jangling this stuff in here. You messing with this. That's the most powerfulest thing in the world. This is the powerfulest thing. And we're hitting it with helmet to helmet for 17 weeks, day in and day out. Come on, y'all.
Losing legs.
They should be doing more. NFL, U.S. government need to be doing more for us. We need to have facilities in 32 states. We need to be able to go to these places, get treatment, get what we need so we can be better citizens, better when we get out of here. And we ain't tensing up and jumping and going off on people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
It's funny, John, because veterans and their benefits has always been a hot topic, and somehow it always gets on the back burner. And a lot of disabled veterans that get out and have medical issues, you have to fight for your benefits. And it makes no sense to have to fight so hard.
I seen that. And they stop.
I mean, you and I talked, John. I've been fighting to get my benefits. I've been fighting to get my benefits since 1998 and still haven't got it. and so these are the things that happen once you get out of the military. See, once you get out of the military, even your government people, your senators and congressmen, they'll get on TV and say they care, but you don't really find them that really care because nobody fights for your benefits. You have to go get an attorney. You have to do all this stuff. Yeah. And then when you get your benefits, somebody stands up as a senator and says, see, they got their benefits. Well, it wasn't because of their help. You got to go pay an attorney. You got to go pay somebody to help you.
And it took 4 years. And it takes 4 years.
It takes years. It takes years. Sometimes guys die trying to wait on their benefits, but yet every time you see somebody on TV, a congressman or a senator talking about they're fighting for veterans, trust in me, it is very, very minimal people that fight for veterans benefits. You can count on your fingers if you go. I know a company right now, there are a couple of companies that we'll be talking about next week that'll be making contributions to for veterans for Thanksgiving. But I know these companies, they're always there for veterans because they stopped waiting on the politicians. But everybody need to be aware, man. There's veterans out there that still haven't gotten their benefits.
So, John, I have a question for you. So,
what's up, man?
Active duty, like, what's a week like for you? Like, what do
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
So, what's it like being in the military, active duty? Because, like, me and John can't relate what you and Tony did. Like, what do? You wake up and what do you do? Like during the day, like, what do you guys do to work for it? I guess.
Oh, so like my day consists of I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. I got 6 o'clock PT. We do PT for an hour and a half until 7:30, and at that point, we go home, we shower. Like they do, all of our single dudes go back to the barracks, they shower, they eat, and we show back up at 9. And then we're pretty much working on helicopters in my shop personally, working on all the electrical problems that the helicopters have until about 4:35. And then after that, we go home, we're released to whatever we want to do. And then it's a repeat after that. I'm thankful that right now we're actually on a 4-day weekend for Veterans Day. So Tony G, appreciate you for getting us this 4-day, one of them veterans out there. And,
so do you get breaks? Do you get lunches? I mean,
yeah, we get an hour and a half break for lunch. We get an 11:30 to 13 lunch, and then right at 13, it's expected. I'm on my dudes, and it's like, hey yo, it's 13.
Why aren't you on a helicopter right now? And it's a major thing where it's like you on the ball, like from 9 to 11:30, and then 1300 1 o'clock to COB, close of business. You're on a helicopter fixing something, and if you're not fixing something, I expect you to be productive and doing something to better yourself, better the unit, and better the country as a whole. Because that's what the American public expects from us, and that's what I expect from my soldiers that I lead personally.
Now, John, I'm gonna tell you something funny. So I was a cop when I first went in the Air Force.
All
I
right.
was SP. And everybody should say, make sure you go meet all the mechanics that work on the planes. And so my first year, when I got my car, I found out why you do that. So Big John, don't let him fool you. Them guys working on helicopters can fix anything. Them guys can fix anything. So they'll buy the raggediest car outside the gate, break it inside, and they'll turn it into a super monster.
Hey,
So John,
yeah.
so we're doing our turkey drive, right? What do you guys do for like holidays, like Thanksgiving or Christmas, active military, serving duty? What do you guys do for something like that?
Was that for me or Big John? I'm sorry.
You, he doesn't know. He's never served.
Big John listening now. Okay, no, yeah. So it's actually a really dope thing. Me personally, I like to bring a lot of the single soldiers that we have out here in Korea. My wife and I are out here, so we like to bring them onto our house and have a big Thanksgiving dinner. But at their dining facility that they have available to them right next to their barracks building, they like to have a big Thanksgiving feast. The dining facility will put on. They'll roast a bunch of turkey. They'll have every single thing they can have. A lot of times they'll like to, like for Christmas and Thanksgiving meals, they'll have like a Thanksgiving lunch, and then they can come back afterwards. After they eat their Thanksgiving meal, they can also come back for a steak and lobster meal. It's really dope that a lot of my guys actually they'll go to have their Thanksgiving meal. They'll come hang out with me for a little bit, and then they'll go back to the dining facility for their delicious steak and lobster meal. And so that's the one good thing where it's like and then also our command teams, our colonels and our senior leadership will actually get up in their dress uniforms and they'll serve their soldiers directly as just like a sign of like respect and thank you for like all the hard work that the Jimmies and Joes put into. And I'm sure Big John can attest to that, to the fact that, it might be the X's and O's, but at the end of the day, it's the Jimmies and Joes that are putting in the hard work and that they're flexing their, and that at the end of the day, shit don't roll without the Jimmies and Joes. So it's a like
right about that. Hey, from our Christmas, our kitchen staff, most of the people that took care of you around there, he was talking about, yeah, you give them a bonus, man, a bonus on top of the bonus,
yeah.
I like that. That's the way it should be. And John, thank you for your service, because I know you still out there doing your thing, and man, I tell you what, enjoy it because that time goes quick. It seemed like I just went in and got out. My time went so quick. I went in '88, and I got out, man. I enjoyed every bit of my time. I traveled the world. I was able to see things that most people will never see, and I ran into people that like you. I ran into people that was from Jacksonville, which is the craziest thing. So we're still friends to this day. When you get out, you stay friends. It's really funny because some of the guys that I was in the military with, their kids have joined the Air Force, and we get to see them, and we've done these Zoom things where we see their kids graduate in the Air Force, man, and then we joke about it and we say, man, can you believe that? All of us have kids. And now me and one of my buddies, we were talking, one of my Sergeant Denby, who was my sergeant, my first sergeant in the Air Force when I got to England. He did something really special in January all the way up to now. He tracked down everybody that he was a sergeant for and went to visit them.
Wow. That's wonderful.
And to me, that was amazing. And he called everybody and he put everybody back together, man. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And now, he hits me up. Hey, Tony, I watched your show. I mean, he sent me a thing the other day and said, where's my mask? Where's my JFL shirt? I want some stuff. And I said, I'm going to get, so Sergeant Denby, if you're watching, I'm going to get you your stuff. You don't have to send me no more texts. Don't send me that ugly. I know you still the boss. I get it. And John, I got to get you to sign a hat for him, but it's really funny. So hey. Sergeant Denby was my sergeant in 1988. and we're still talking now.
Hey, Sergeant Debbie, you're one of the real leaders out there, man. We need some more of y'all. Like Sergeant Debbie, hey, hit me up, man. I'm always down to talk to an old wily vet. I love talking to him. Whenever I'm back in Jacksonville, my dad always goes to the VFW, and it's like I love hanging out with them because it's some fresh blood. You know, all those crazy old vets get together and start talking,
Right.
and then it's some fresh blood interjecting. It's like this is what's going on in today's Army or today's Air Force or whatever, and you know, it's needed to have amazing leadership that because leadership goes beyond when you're serving together. It's that continued communication and connection. Because I mean, I can tell you right now from my experience when I've had my soldiers, and it's me, but it's all about my soldiers.
Yes.
And exactly, and like my soldiers know that they can call me at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and it's hey, I'm here. I need help, and they know without a drop of a hat. If I'm absolutely available to help, I will be there as fast as I can. So, Sergeant Demby, if you're watching this, good on you, bro. That's some good ass leadership. 1988, bro. You still repping 32 years later? Good on you, bro. That's some real shit. I appreciate you. Come on, bring some of that to the Army, man. I wish the Army had some leadership like you. That's some good shit, man. Respect to you.
Hey, man.
All right.
So, Tony,
Yes.
let me get my other question in. And it's a little deep. It's a little deep, you know, just because I be wanting to know it. Do y'all go through the same when you left the Navy? How do you, like when I retired? It was hell. So you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Well,
Did you know?
when I got out, John, it was it's a hard change for a military guy to get out and go civilian.
Yes.
Things are not the same in any way, shape, or form. The military is a lot more structured. You know, there's A, B, C, and D. When you get in the civilian world, there's A, there's B, and there's something over there that gets the Z. And so it takes some time to get yourself like when, the first thing I said when I got out of the military, I ain't running no more and I ain't going to the gym. That's it. That's the first thing I said. I'm not doing it. It took my kids some getting used to not being on a military base. Obviously, there's a sense of safety when you're on the base. You're going into the civilian world, and then you know the first thing you have to figure out when you're in the military, you're getting out, where you're going to live. You know, because at that time, my wife was from Kansas City, I was from Jacksonville, Florida, and it was funny, John. When I said I was getting out, I was making plans to go to Kansas City. I said, well, you know, we can go to Kansas City to be around her family. And my wife said, are you crazy? I'm not going to the cold. So, you know, those things take a lot. And then meeting new friends, seeing, you know, when you meet people, seeing that they have the same values that you have. Because your values change as you get older, and your values are even enhanced when you get out of the military. So it was really, really a difficult time for me. It took me about 2 years to get used to it. And then, of course, you know, during that time, my sister went in the Army. So, hey, Nikita, if you watch it, my sister went in the Army. You know, my dad was in the Navy. My dad was a vet from the Navy. My brother-in-law, then, he was in the Army. My cousin, Ken Gardner, who's still in the Air Force, is one of the highest chiefs in the Air Force right now. Matter of fact, just talked to him a couple of weeks ago. He's getting ready to retire. And the first thing he said is exactly what you said, John. Man, what's going to happen when I go in the civilian world? Because he's got hundreds of people that report to him. And now you're going to start all over again. And so there's a, you know, there's systems out there for you to make that transition. You know, one thing about the military, we have transition programs to help you get yourself ready for civilian life. But I don't think anything can ever get you ready for it. It's just a transition that you have to go through. And when John gets ready to leave South Korea and come back to Jacksonville, he'll go through it, but then he'll be able to call me. He'll call, hey man, what do I have to do? What's
Yeah.
going to be? And I'll, and I'll be able to tell him the things that happened to me and the things you can and you can't do. Fortunately for John, when he gets out, times have changed. A lot of companies have instilled some of that military discipline, and some of our military leaders are on the top of companies now, so they've instilled some of those same things. So he'll walk into it, and
It'd be
some of them
different.
already
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
For
it's gonna be
me,
different.
for me, it wasn't that way. I went into a all civilian world with no veterans.
So what was it like for you, John, retirement? You said it was a little hard. Was it
Football retiring for you? How was it, Big John?
It difficult. Heck,
Yes.
all you gotta do is Google half of it. You'll see the rest. I mean, hey, I just gotta keep it real. That's what I went through. Like I told y'all, this is a powerful thing, and when that thing starts, y'all know how it is. When it go here, there, man, it just and trying to get myself, and I think Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior, I'm gonna say it out loud because it couldn't do it without him. I couldn't count on nobody but him. I'm serious, y'all. That's real talk. I love you, Tone, but it was something that you couldn't do that he only could do for me because he helped me change this. You know what I mean? And I thank God for that.
so
So
how
yeah,
many
it took me 5. I got out in 2010.
Yeah.
All right. I've been to the mental institution twice. I've been to jail once. That was about 2016 is when my life got better.
I don't think that a lot of people realize when players get out,
It's
the-
hard.
it is hard. I'm fortunate that I understand because I've been around you the whole time.
Yeah.
So I got to see it. Donovan
You've been through
Darius,
it. You've been
Yeah.
through it.
Donovan Darius, Fred Taylor, all the guys that we know, you and I know, had that retirement anxiety.
Oh, some of them still going through it.
Some of them still going through it, and I know. I tell people all the time. People ask me about NFL players. I tell them, I say, look, I know a whole heap of them, and I'm gonna tell you something. The hardest part of their life is the day that they step off that field and say, "I'm retired." That's the hardest part. Everybody that I know has gone through a very, some do it in a year, some do it in 4 years, some do it in 5. It just depends. But they all go through that whole anxiety thing where it just beats them down and you go through a lot. And that's when friends step in.
did the NFL help that all, John?
The NFL should step in, just like the military should do even more. I mean, like somebody just texted you, Tony. They one of the fans said they can help you with the benefit. I think they said call them on social media, so you need to look into that one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was you? Okay. So, hey, look, man, I done forgot my train of thought, man.
Talk about NFL helping out retired guys to get normal.
Yes.
Life.
I mean, we do. We got a PA. We do. But come on, man. They got billions, man. They can build stuff for us to go get the treatment we need. We ain't got to go to all these crazy other doctors. We can keep it in-house. I mean, we still family. We still NFL, I represent the NFL no matter gone, dead, and all. But I don't know.
I'm going to say this, John. I'm going to say this because I'm not going to even let you say this.
Go.
To the NFL, it's funny. The NFL, it's hard for players to call the NFL to get help. But when the NFL is doing a big event, they'll call John in a minute. John, you need to come and do this. Hey, I've been trying to call you. Oh, my bad.
They know you need it.
Some things right now.
Bro, they know you need it. I mean, they'll call you. They know you need it. I mean, don't get me wrong. They got some help, but the NFL should help the NFLPA, our part, grow and be better. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my thought. That's what I had to go because I didn't get a lot of help. I tried, but it seemed like it didn't go through for me.
What kind of advice would you impart on, like, say, like a practice squad player whenever you were in the locker room and you'd have like a practice squad player that would come up to you every week and was like, hey, John, like, I don't think I'm going to make it through the week. Like, maybe, like, I don't know if I'm going to make it through the season. Like, what kind of advice would you impart on them to say that, like, hey, there's like a life outside of football, but at the same time, it's like, I know football is your dream. Don't give up on your dream. What would you say to those players?
Man, look, man, that's so crazy you said that. I want to ask this before we have to get up off it. I used to make it my duty to hang with the rookies, the walk-ons, and all that. That was what I did. I did that to give them whatever knowledge that was passed to me, I give to them. Now, ain't to say I know what to do off the field, and it's just what I knew. Tennessee taught me, coach, my high school, I learned and you pass it on, man. It's just like you just passing it. And that's what you gotta do to be a great team. You know what I mean?
And that's funny you asked that question, John, because I'm gonna tell you what Big Hen used to do. So if everybody went out and they went to go do something, a lot of the guys would not, especially veterans, wouldn't go and get a guy off the practice squad and say, "Hey man, come hang with us." And John would go get anybody on the practice squad. He'd say, "Hey man, come on, don't worry about it. I got you. You just come on and hang with us."
But what do I understand though? I understand that any one of these guys of us can get hurt.
That's right.
And if he ain't ready, then you might well count your season gone. So it's gone. It's gone because he's not ready. Why is he not ready? First of all, it's your fault as the player because you're supposed to pass it, bro. That is how it's supposed to work. But you want to win championships. I want rings. Most people just want money. I want rings. So that's what I want.
But John, there's egos involved, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The times have changed. Now we're gonna talk NFL. The times have changed.
All right.
And I've said this, and don't make me call no names.
No, we're gonna leave it on. It's changed a little bit. But hey,
these guys these days don't really care about the ring. They want their money, and that's it. It's very few that care about the win anymore.
Let's don't get into that, please, because we about to get out. The show about to end. Hey, John,
for next week.
John, Jetty Jaguar, can you please tell the people one more time about the turkey thing, man?
2020, baby.
2020. It's in social media. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $1, 200, 1,000. Just donate something. Like I said, we're doing 20 families, military, local people here as well. Local families. We're doing 20 full meals. That's everything from the yams to the turkey, to the stuffing, to the gravy, to the cranberry sauce. So anything helps. We definitely want to make these people, during this time, it's crazy. So let's just do something special for these people who are having issues here.
And also, listen, I said in Jacksonville, but I guess I better take that back because Lex is in Gainesville and we don't want to start no fight around here. Listen, if you're in Gainesville and you know somebody that needs this, please send us an email. Please send us an email. And those that are fortunate that you can donate, please donate. We're going to get 20 families. We're going to announce the families next week. 20 families is going to have full meals. We're going to take care of it. Also, I'll be announcing next week. Every year, I donate toys. This year, JFL will be donating toys, and we're going to start putting that together. And so just start thinking about what you would like to do for those that are not able to get toys for their kids. And that's what JFL do. We look out for everybody, and that's what we're going to always do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Great show, and we want to thank y'all for coming. We're actually tuning. I said coming like they in the audience or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? John, I want to salute our people of service, man. Once again, thank you. We love you guys. What else I gotta say? Oh yeah, Duval, we out of here. Yeah.
John.